Hey all, welcome back. Today I want to do a different kind of video. I want to talk about what I see most people getting wrong when it comes to making butter chicken. But why should you listen to me? See, I've only grown up on the streets of Delhi. I've had butter chicken at Moti Mahal, the place where the recipe was literally invented, and I've also had it at Kareem's, where the legacy recipe is still well and alive, and that restaurant was founded by a cook who worked at the royal court of the Mughal Empire in India. So let me show you how to make real butter chicken and the most common mistakes I see people making when they try to recreate it. The first thing is adding onions. See, that's a big no-no. See, authentic butter chicken never contains onions, and it never did in the past either. Moti Mahal's original recipe was created to reuse leftover tandoori chicken, and it was added to a sauce strictly made with butter, tomatoes and cream, also known as makhani sauce. It's a buttery, smooth, rich sauce. Onions actually take away from that mild buttery creaminess and shift the flavor to something that it's not supposed to be. The second mistake I've seen is people using chunks of tomatoes or diced tomatoes, instead either freshly pureeing some tomatoes or just using some strained tomatoes or passata like what I like to use. See, with passata I get to use, with really little effort, some good quality sweet tomatoes which have already been strained. It's a nice thick rich tomatoiness that really works so well to make the makhani sauce. See, the goal is to get a silky smooth gravy. This is not supposed to be a rustic chunky tomatoey sauce. The third mistake is not using kasuri methi. It's relatively easy to find. I've never had an issue with it, and this herb that's dried, which you crush between the palms of your hands before adding it to the makhani sauce, is what gives that makhani sauce that signature aroma that I recall from all of my visits at all these restaurants in Delhi, to the sauce, to the dish, to what I call real butter chicken. Kasuri methi translates to fenugreek leaves, and in this case they're dried and used as a spice. The fourth mistake, and this one really grinds my gear, is when you do everything right to marinate the chicken in yogurt, ginger garlic paste, all the right spices, not overcomplicating the flavors, but then you decide to either just dump all that in the sauce and boil the chicken, or you decide to saute the chicken with all the marinade, with the yogurt, and then prepare the sauce in the same pan. See, boiling it really does not give the same depth that charring or baking or broiling gives to that tandoori chicken. Same goes with incorporating all that yogurt infused marinade into what's supposed to be a smooth, silky, tomatoey, buttery sauce. The fifth mistake is trying to healthify what's supposed to be a decadent treat. The word makhani literally means buttery. This dish is meant to be indulgent. So you really cannot skimp out on the butter, use things like margarine, take away the cream and instead use coconut cream or coconut milk instead. The key part that makes a real butter chicken is the butteriness. It's the makhani sauce, the creaminess. Without it, you've removed the heart of the dish. Now, while addressing these mistakes will get you much closer to authentic butter chicken, you can also see my recipe and let me know what you think after you've tried it. And another mistake, which is I guess bonus, is trying to overcomplicate the spices that are used in it. The spices are very simple, and the reason they're there is to highlight the creaminess and the richness of the tomatoes, the butter and the cream. If you've only ever had overly sweet onion heavy butter chicken, then I promise that this recipe will blow your mind. Hit like, share this with somebody who you think needs to fix their butter chicken or who deserves better butter chicken in their life. There's so much more on the way. I'll see you all on the next one.